Hey there, this is Beth, and I don't really have a major plan for this video. A little bit of a ramble more than anything else. Lionsgate is coming up. A few things coming up. Lammas ritual is tomorrow. If you're on the list, you'll definitely be getting notified. But if you're not, pop on the email list. Links down below, and you'll get notified for it. If you miss the actual live ritual, it's not a problem. There will be a replay that's offered until Monday of the next week. So there's always plenty of time to catch that over the weekend. And the week after that is the Lionsgate workshop, which I'm really excited about. Lionsgate is one of those things I started working with a few years ago, mostly because I was just wiped out. It was eclipse season, and then Lionsgate comes in, and I'm like, I'm exhausted. Who else is exhausted? And everyone's like, we all are. We're a little post-hosties. And so that's where I started out with this time of year, was being exhausted and wrung out, having no energy to do anything, not wanting to do anything. I would just be so freaking tired. And it's not a fun place to be. It's always like, ugh. And that's when I made that connection with Cliff Season and Lionsgate. Especially Lionsgate's huge energy shift for me every year. It works its magic. And the more I've worked with it, the more easy and the more I get what I want out of it. And I'm not so tired. So I highly suggest, when you get these big energies that are coming in, to try and work with them, not against them. Don't be like, oh yeah, I just gotta force myself through this tiredness. Honor where you are in that process. Because I think a lot of times in the beginning, there's a lot of shifts. There's a lot of clearing that happens during these big things, like eclipse season, which tends to happen in July. You get usually at least one solar and one lunar eclipse in July, along with Mercury retrograde, usually coincides with it, and then you go into Lionsgate. It's just a lot going on. And for people who are highly sensitive or empathic, it tends to impact them a lot. And if you tune into the universe, period, you're going to feel those changes in the energy, and they will have an effect on your life and how you feel. And working with them has really, like I said, changed that for me hugely. I'm not a post-hosty anymore. And I work with them, though. I don't try to change what those are. And as I was saying before I got digressed, in the beginning, there's so many shifts and clearings that are happening, that part of that being so tired is opening up the layers for you to deal with, clear, update, retire. Sometimes some things just need retirement. And those big changes are tiring, and they're going to wear you out. So in the beginning, when you start this, if you're feeling really tired, part of that is just shifting the energies that you need to, so you can get to a place where you can start working it and not letting it work you as much, and you can be more of an active participant within your own change. And that it's a process. Everything's a process. Don't be like, oh my God, I suck because I didn't get blah 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 done. I wanted to do this on the lunar eclipse with the full moon, but I was too tired. I had a headache. That stuff impacts you. You're mostly water. You got a lot of water in your body, and think of what the moon does to a full moon does to the ocean, to large lakes, to large bodies of water. And you may not be the largest body of water in your area, but you do contain a lot of water. So you are going to feel that impact of a full moon on you because of all that water. So work with things. I think that's the general theme of this Ramble, is to work with it, not against it. And if you need to rest more, rest more. If you're feeling active, be more active. It's up to you and how you feel. And the more you can work with things, and that working with is not necessarily just going along for the ride. Working with is the refinement process of like, okay, this is how it's showing up for me. So how can I do my best to work with this process? Even if it is making sure you have plenty of downtime and are drinking your water. Sometimes the working with is that simple. Don't get too complex and too caught in your head that the working with something has to be difficult, it has to be complex, because it doesn't have to be. Sometimes it's as simple as taking a nap and drinking some water. Alrighty, everyone, have a wonderful, wonderful end of the month. We're going to be heading into Lionsgate here soon, and on August 8th. I'm very excited to be fully open. And there'll be a workshop on the Lionsgate August 7th at 5 p.m. Once again, links down below. And there will be a replay. There's always a replay unless something goes wrong with the recording of it. So everyone have a wonderful day. I'll see you next week with the August forecast. August energy forecast. Bye-bye.